You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens weekly where two old guys manage to rope in one other old guy to talk about even older games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like you tasted something in the middle of that. I like that.
My ego. That's what I tasted.
Is that yes?
Yeah.
It's oozing.
What's it taste like?
Dude, that intro, it's not good. That's why I don't usually go for it. This week, we are back to playing down alphabetically, courtesy of Treasure Goblin Master Mold Mike Lanham,
Right.
the NES Classic.
Yeah.
And for the first time, for the NES Classic, because he got one from Mike Lanham, Wizened Sage Ian Chandler.
Hello.
What's up, Ian?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
The usual.
Your hair's all long, and I love it. I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, I'm a long-haired hippie.
I don't think it looks professional long.
It's about to be, I'd say in 6 months it will be hippie long.
Yeah.
Like, go get a haircut, dirty hippie long.
I'll get you put you.
That's what my grandfather would say. I would never say that. My grandfather would have said that, though.
You embrace
To me.
You embrace hippies. Are you a hippie fan?
I just don't have an opinion.
I got you.
Yeah.
I like it.
So you're a millennial.
God, no, Tyler. That is not what I am.
No.
What's wrong with
Gen
millennials?
X. What's
wrong with
Where do
millennials?
I begin?
Because apparently I am one.
I know,
Tyler's
right?
definitely one because
Yep.
he's younger than me.
Yep.
I will say that most millennials that I am friends with, which is quite a few, are sort of the exception to the rule. I tend to associate apparently with people that are exceptions to what people say is the way millennials are or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that it really means.
You know what the difference is between us and them? Just the biggest fucking dicks. We just have large genitalia.
Well, and that's
Have you seen our Amiibos? It's true.
Yeah, that's proof.
that's
You
right.
can't lie on an Amiibo.
Right,
Yeah,
you can't.
That's right. Yeah,
That's why Trump doesn't have one.
yeah, I mean,
You
they
can't
hold
lie on
up,
an Amiibo.
hold up in court. Lie detectors don't. Amiibos do.
Yeah, they do.
Study it, Amiibo Law. Look it up.
So I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I think that's just become the buzzword now. Let's just say you millennials.
I don't think generations you can't move the goalposts around like that because it's like, oh, have they been doing this always? And then it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
turns out yes,
They really have,
Yes,
yeah.
the age range has always been moved around. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter.
it doesn't, and it's based on censuses and things like that they do. But like, I went to some meeting, some like management seminar for my work. This was a couple of years ago. And the guy talked a lot about the generations as we sort of define them.
Yeah.
And it was actually really cool the way he laid it out. And a lot of it is kind of lost on me at this point. I'd have to go back and look at my notes. But at some point, he made the comment that Generation X, which is what I am, was the first group of kids whose moms and dads worked full time.
I got you.
And so
okay.
we spent pretty much all of our time at home. We were the first generation of children to stay home alone
Latchkey
all
kids.
the time. Latchkey kids. That's where
Kevin
that came
McAllister's.
from. Yes, exactly. And we learned how to set traps.
Right.
And
Yeah.
all,
rig up elaborate pulley systems
Exactly,
to make it look like
exactly.
there's a party going on. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I am Gen X. Actually.
yeah. But each generation that he talked about had some sort of defining characteristic like that. And I thought that was actually really, and it wasn't an insulting or something to build any one generation up over
Sure.
another. It was just more of this is sort of the defining trait of that generation. So I thought that was really neat. When it's broken down like that, I like it.
Yeah.
To just say those damn millennials, it's like, what?
We are the worst, though.
Well, I saw JD of Old Fashioned Ramon's wife fame
Yeah.
post something about, like, if you're born after 95, you're called a Linkster. Because millennials
Thank
grew
God
up
I was not born after
into
95.
the technology. Linksters were born already linked in,
Yeah.
already attached to all the technology. So apparently that's their defining feature.
Linkster sounds like the absolute worst 3D platformer that Rare produced for the Nintendo 64. It's like, collect all the Link stars to get your Linkster. You gotta get 103%, dog.
It's true. Man, you just summed up the N64 era.
Yep, there we go.
True.
All right, well, today we are going to be talking about Donkey Kong Jr.
As much as we can.
Yeah, as much as we can.
I feel like we could really get in the weeds here on Donkey Kong Jr., but I do not think anyone would find it interesting.
Me either.
So,
Well, I'm your beard host, Tyler, and this last weekend, I got to go with my amazing wife on our annual Halloween amusement park date.
I saw you post that on Facebook.
Yeah,
me too.
How was it?
It was fucking fantastic.
Where'd you go?
Kings Island.
I'm asking like I don't know for the sake of the audience.
Yeah.
Kings Island. Kings Island is the shit.
I've
yeah,
never been.
it was. It was because I've only been to Six Flags St. Louis, which Melissa and I went there last year, and then I've been to Islands of Adventure and Disney.
Did you ever go to Opryland while it was a thing?
Just barely before it shut down.
Opryland
Yeah.
was the best.
I
dude.
loved
Opryland
Opryland.
was the fucking best.
I'm
Me
from
too.
Nashville, so we used to get to go when I was little all the time, and then it became sort of every couple of years we'd always go to Opryland. So yeah,
You don't love the mall more?
I hate
I
that.
don't know
that
that
mall because of Opryland.
because it used to be Opryland.
Totally,
Yeah,
like I just spite it.
I think I've only even been to that big ass mall once. Like I've just don't. When I go to Nashville, I go to see my dad who lives in Franklin, and we don't go shopping. We just hang out and get drunk.
What?
Yeah, we don't really shop.
Yeah.
He'll take my. Of course,
Daddy,
he
let's
takes,
go to the aquarium.
Yeah, he'll take my kids, my grown kids, shopping and buy them all kinds of stuff. But I don't get any of that anymore.
I am terrified. I'm glad you
Right.
brought that because like I am terrified.
Kid has got a lot of clothes now. A lot of clothes.
Like by the time I'm a grandfather, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like,
Me
I was thinking
neither.
about that the other day. It's like my mom and dad can buy Henry a whole bunch of stuff, but it's like I'm looking down the road and it's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be like broke. I'm gonna be like broke. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be able to like buy things
No.
for a grandchild.
No, you're not wrong. I am a grandfather, and my grandson's birthday was in September, and I bought him a nice wagon, like a radio flyer, big plastic thing with a
Yeah.
canopy and doors and shit all in it.
That's awesome.
It's got cup holders for crying out loud.
It's a regular
And I
dog
mean, the
glue on
thing-
wheels.
Yeah, it was amazing. It is amazing. He loves it. He just sits. Anyway, I went to buy this thing for him, and it was like $80, and I'm like, where the fuck am I going to get $80? So we bought him the one thing for his birthday. If this had been my dad with my son,
Yeah.
there'd have been a truckload of wagons, and they just money to burn. And I'm just like, here you go, little guy. But I mean, I kind of like though. If we start off in a minimalist way,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
continue being.
Yeah, they don't know
Yeah.
when they're really young. They don't know the difference. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, it's like I tell my mom, like, please don't spoil Henry because, like, when you knock off, he's going to be accustomed to a
Yeah.
lifestyle that Nikki and I are not
Thank
going
you.
to be
Yes,
able to
absolutely.
accommodate.
Well, tell more about Kings Island. What's up?
Because it was the only negative I have to say about the park is it's terribly
Kings.
laid out. The King, man, the Sacramento Kings.
Always fighting
It was
over their territory, their lines, and their armies.
It was basically Game of Thrones. That's Kings Island. The roller coasters there were plentiful and amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. My favorite, the best coaster I've ever been on is the Beast at Kings Island. I fucking, yeah, up there. We're doing that.
Is
Yeah.
that,
I have to
is that
make-
Marvel's the Beast?
No,
I wish.
the Beast.
Kelsey Grammer?
The Beast has been around. Yeah, I get you.
I remember seeing
it's
ads for
not
the Beast
blue
when I was
for one.
little. Beast's been around for a while.
Beast had been around for a minute, and I just want to interject real quick that I agree with you that the Beast is the greatest roller coaster I've ever ridden, and that includes Space Mountain, which is a freak show of a roller coaster.
I mean, it's like they have something like Space Mountain.
Yeah.
There, I forget
But
what it's called.
When you say
But-
it's a freak show of a roller coaster, how do you mean?
well, Space Mountain is because you could be decapitated very easily.
Oh, I wish they would have told me that before I went on it because I would have been more excited while I was riding it.
Then they tell you don't stand up. That's pretty much the warning you get. The reason they don't finish the sentence by saying don't stand up because
you'll
you might
be
get decapitated.
Right. Have a fun ride. Pull the switch.
I lived
See ya,
in
kid.
Everybody duck just a little.
just squinch down just a little bit.
You must be shorter than this to ride this ride.
We lived in Lexington for a while, and of course, Kings Island's not far from Lexington, and which surprises me that you haven't been there. considering you lived there for so long, but
I was working. It was, it was kind of one of those things. Where it's like,
well, it's like now. Do you want to go to Six Flags? No,
I'd rather just eat pizza.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing. Like, it's my favorite day of the year for Melissa and I, but it's something I never would have done without being with her.
Well, and if you go to an amusement park too much, it loses some of its luster. You just don't want to do it as much if it's just right there. But one time we went with a group of Lexmark employees, because Lexmark is in Lexington, in case you didn't know that.
They tried to hire me a week after I moved here to Paducah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they called me and I was like, "Oh, sweet! I wish you'd have called me like a month ago."
Well, I had worked at Toys R Us.
I'm glad they didn't.
I had worked at Toys R Us, and one of the guys I worked with ended up going to work for Lexmark. Shortly after that, they got a bunch of tickets for their employee outing, and so they invited us to come along, and we went up, and so we got to go in the park 2 hours before it opened and get first dibs on all the rides and just go ride out those few hours, and then we could just spend the day like, yeah, we already did that. So if we wanted to go stand in line, we could, but we got on the line for the Beast, and it started raining. They let us ride it in the rain.
That's pretty awesome.
And that was one of the most exhilarating, thrilling experiences in my life.
Describe the Beast, because I've never been to Kings Island. I don't know what the Beast. I'm expecting a roller coaster where Kelsey Grammer speaks to you the entire time.
Oh, then you already know about it.
Great. All right.
You said you hadn't ridden it before, Dave.
So the rain is just like a synesthesia kind of thing, where it's like, oh, I can feel Kelsey Grammer's voice on my skin.
Like rain.
You're right.
I prefer
rain.
a seated coaster to like a dangling coaster.
Okay. So is the Beast a seater?
Yeah,
It's an old school coaster. It's a wooden coaster.
Oh, it's a
I
wooden
love wooden
coaster?
roller
Yeah,
coasters.
wooden coasters
Yep.
are great.
And the only wooden coaster that I really started to hate throughout the course of my visits to amusement parks was the Screaming Eagle, because they just stopped maintaining it.
Beat your fucking
your
ass.
around.
You're bruised. Your ass tailbone literally is bruised.
Yeah. Last time I did it, I had bruises all over me.
I know why they don't tear down the Screaming Eagle, but they need to. Or at least rebuild it, or I don't know. But anyway, the Beast is an old school. That's the one.
Melissa pulled it up. This is a Beast.
It
Confirmed.
truly is.
This is a very large
It is
coaster.
an old school coaster. It's wood. It is fast.
Yeah.
There's a couple of tunnels. There's
Yeah, you got the dark pad, and then it's because right before that we'd ridden like the best new coaster of 2017, like some kind of mine cart something. It was really good. Minecraft
roller
ride.
coaster. That would make millions.
And
it would.
it would also cost billions.
Yes. No. Just make them out of little blocks.
Oh, there you go. The kids pay
just
for it.
go dig up the stuff you need to build
Exactly.
it. It
The
takes no
kids
time.
build it for you. They pay you to build the fucking coaster. Brilliant.
Ding.
Because then we went right to the Beast, and that was because we loved the first one. Went to the Beast, I was like, okay, that was even better. That was awesome. Melissa's favorite, though, I think, was the Diamondback. I should also mention this is the first time I've ever gotten fast passes.
Oh.
That is a great fucking idea. Fast
that
passes.
changes the whole amusement park
Yes,
experience.
it does. Especially at Disney. The last time I was at Disney, we got fast passes, and it just made it so much better.
Mm-hmm.
God, you just don't.
You just don't wait in line?
Nope.
Well, you just like
or
walk
you
up to
get
the
into
front
a faster line,
and
but
you're just like, here.
like at Disney, you can schedule times to go on rides. So
Right.
you can say, well, I want to ride Space Mountain, and they'll be like, well, how would you like to come by about 4 o'clock this afternoon?
Sir, what time would you like to be decapitated?
Pretty much. That's what they say.
Do you need time to make a living will? Yes.
So I didn't
4
know,
o'clock.
but I didn't know Kings Island did Fast Pass.
Yeah.
I guess everybody probably does.
Because we got there, we bought the tickets online, went and got the fast passes. Because the woman said, of course, she's going to sell it to us, but that it was they were at a huge capacity day, so she recommended. We got there 2 hours later than we wanted to, so got the fast passes. It's the first time I've been to a theme park and gotten to do everything.
right.
Yeah, it was fucking great. Because Six Flags, we rode like 4 or 5 things. We were in line so much.
yeah.
Like the Diamondbacks line was 2 hours long. We waited for 10 minutes and got on it. And 10 minutes is by far the longest we waited in line. Pretty much it was like we just walked right onto the ride
So
for
when do you-
everything else.
when do you scope cute girls though? It's like because like that was the thing.
She was always right in front of me,
Yeah,
dog.
right. That was a test. You passed it like a goddamn Linkster, man. You're just in there.
Don't think I didn't. Like the first ride we were on was like Boo Blasters on Boo Mountain. It was like in the because they have like the Peanuts section for kids. And, like you get on and you shoot blasters and stuff.
Oh.
I was just trying to figure the whole time I was on the ride.
Trying to? It's like,
I mean, like a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
you're still harnessed in, so it's hard.
But we found a way.
Yeah, we found a way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way.
She still beat me. Beat me in the blaster.
Got Boo blasted?
She got blue blasted.
Yeah.
Blue
She was getting fingered. She was all keyed up and ready to go. Crack shotting it.
Oh man, because the Diamondback is cool because it is a you're strapped in a dangle roller coaster, but like you go over water at the end, and it was a cool experience. The only one we didn't know anything once it got dark because we go for the Halloween stuff, but once it got dark, we were just going to rides at random.
It got
Like, we're
haunted.
gonna do everything. It got haunted, and we rode a ride called the Firehawk.
Sounds
Had
good.
no clue what it was. I wish we had not ridden it.
you hadn't ridden it. Why?
Oh man, because once we got up there,
Not conducive to fingering at all.
no, it is
In
the
fact,
least.
they had a sign.
It is the least conducive,
fingering.
not recommended for finger blasters.
You may lose fingers on this ride.
Well, once you get in and suddenly you lean back, like you get in and strap into a seat, lean completely back.
Oh, like you're laying down?
Yeah.
But like, are your legs still like you're seated? Like, are your
Yeah.
feet on the ground? Okay.
And no?
So you're just completely like
Oh yeah, you're right.
Laying-
You're completely
You're laid
laying
flat.
down. And then we start going backwards. I'm like, okay, well, this is weird.
And then a guy comes in and fucks you. He's like, welcome to the Firehawk, bitch.
the car
I mean, I was
flips
fine.
over.
I was fine with it. Melissa was like, come on now. It's part of the ride, enjoy
It's a
it.
fast pass. That's what you get. You get that prime.
Be nice to
treatment.
Mr. Firehawk.
That's the trade-off. Oh, you got the fast pass? Welcome to the body pile.
You got your fast pass here. Your first ride, you have to ride it, is Firehawk. After that, you can do whatever you
Whatever
want.
you want. If you can find your
You
way
can go
out.
back, but you have to wait about 20 minutes. Well, then as we're going, and then suddenly we flip upside down.
So you do flip upside down?
Yeah.
You nailed it.
I know what's going on here.
Because it's to simulate, like, I guess you're in like a hang glider because suddenly all that's holding you back are your seatbelts because it's just the ground in front of you as you're turned upside down laying flat.
Yeah.
We did not expect it. It was fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And like
Just
all,
'cause it was scary?
all the shit, like I'm holding on to my keys because everything's like trying to fall out of my pockets.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because we have a sign like, objects are likely to fall out of your pockets on this ride.
Did they have like little pouches or anything you can put your stuff in?
No, they didn't. I didn't see anything like
No.
that. Well, they had the big boxes, but not like,
Not a little pouch.
yeah. People had like
Let
their
me
giant
rephrase the
stuffed
question.
animals
Are
in
there
it.
any boxes you could have put your stuff in?
Oh, yeah.
You got to be very specific.
Yeah.
But we're clear. No pouches.
No pouches.
pouches.
No pouches.
All right, all
I want to put my phone in a pouch. I'm not going to put my phone in a box.
There's two boxes to check: pouch or box.
But we were already strapped in and like about to go by the time we realized, oh, we should put shit away.
Yeah.
So
it
did
sucked.
it?
Like I'm about to go off, and Melissa's like, "What about the keys?" I just pull it out of my pocket, just hold on to it, like white knuckle them while we're doing this.
So
ride.
was this a like a coaster type of thing, or was it like a projection underneath you to give this like?
I don't know.
Like
it was a
in
roller
Disney?
coaster. Like you are upside down, hanging down,
Like Superman.
doing everything. Yes.
Please tell me
It
that
was
it was one of
awful.
those rides where they take your photographs and like you bought it and it's like you and Melissa just holding all your shit in your hands.
Well, we didn't buy the picture pass for $25, so you can get pictures.
That's the price of pictures go to the roof. That's
Yeah.
a fucking steal.
So everywhere, normally, they'll have all the pictures lined up for you to see. Like, I think I saw those once. Otherwise, there's just someone at a photo booth. Like, if you have a picture pass, I'll show you pictures. No one really does this.
Just a guy in a trench coat.
One looked like it was manned by a 7-year-old. It was really weird.
I took a photograph of your colon while you were up there.
You want to know whether or not you've got cancer? I can tell you, but you got to have a picture pass.
These aren't actually rides. They are just elaborate MRIs.
That's why they flip you around and stuff. You need to drink this chalky white stuff before you get on this car.
What is don't worry about what it does.
Yeah, it's a ride enhancement
Ride enhancer.
juice.
And then, of course, they had like haunted houses set up for us to go, to go through. We didn't buy the fright passes. We had to wait in line for those.
Fucking
They're
fright
just nickel and
pass,
diving you left and
pass,
right.
pass,
Yeah.
picture pass.
I've never felt more like my dad.
Did they have a
That's how
food
they get you.
pass?
Yeah, they did have a food pass where you could eat as often as every hour and a half if you bought the food pass.
Wait, are
Excuse
you
me, sir.
fucking serious?
Are you
Yeah.
gonna be-
Oh, wow.
So are you planning on being very hungry today?
Do you want to get sick on every ride?
Have I got a deal for you? Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, plus picture pass, parking, all that shit. But it was great.
Worth
It
it.
So
was
they
fucking
should
great, yeah.
change the name of it to Past Land,
Yeah.
Pass Island, King's Pass.
Now I know how the king's a king.
right?
Yeah.
All them
Yeah.
pass sales, food pass.
But they had like sort of the generic, there's one haunted house that was like a toy box you would go through. The Kill Mart was looked like The Walking Dead basically going through that haunted house.
Kill Mart?
like
Kill
the
Mart
scene
is what
in
it's
Walking
called.
Dead from the grocery
Yep.
store scene. Oh, okay, cool. Did it have like a helicopter crash? I don't know.
They had a car crash through it.
A car. It was a car.
And then people would, if you bought a special necklace, you could buy a $12 neon necklace, and they
Zombie
wouldn't, they
pass.
wouldn't scare you. Yeah,
They wouldn't scare you. What's the
Right.
point of going in there?
exactly. Like some little kids would have them on and stuff like that. But like, don't bring your kid on this night. if
Yeah,
that's-
really.
But some adults had them on. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right,
Why
exactly,
are you
yeah.
here? Because there were there were the haunted houses and the scare zones set up all over the park where like people would jump out at you and shit like that. And they had the like zombie or people painted up like Clockwork Orange with knee pads, and they would slide across the brick at
Droobs.
you. And yeah,
So
lots of vuvuzelas.
really,
At random
Did you buy
random
one?
intervals. They were exclusively for the ghouls and ghosts.
Oh, I see. So, like, what if you buy the no scare pass and it's like, excuse me, I just got scared,
I want
I don't know. I hope they have to give you a
I
refund.
demand
money
a
back
refund,
guarantee.
or I get to kick that guy in the balls because he scared me.
Did they have a Vuvuzela pass?
Where you can hear all the vuvuzela sounds.
Okay.
But only once every hour.
We went through like the hospital one. I remember Melissa's in front of me. There's a little kid behind me, and somebody like jumps out and scares the little kid. He's got to be like 10. And he's, you best get the fuck out of my face.
The kid?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love this kid.
And the worker's just like,
millennials for ya.
why?
That's a Linkster.
A Linkster
Yeah,
for you.
that's a Linkster.
Linksters ain't scared of shit.
But yeah, best day of the year. Fucking loved it. It was awesome.
That's cool.
That's all I got.
So Donkey Kong Jr. or Ian, did you want to talk about stuff?
I got just one little thing.
What you got?
Yeah.
One more little thing.
Give it up.
As I screw the
Screw that.
top of my
screw that
beer on
in.
there.
What is that? That's a little.
It's some
beer koozie?
off-brand. It's like Yeti makes one that's probably like $100 or whatever. This
Well,
one
yeah,
was
that's a
like
Yeti.
$8.97
Get the Sasquatch.
at Walmart.
A lot cheaper.
Ozark Trail, FTW.
Oh yeah.
If you're into keeping your drinks cold or hot,
You know I am.
Ozark
I
Trail
always
is
get the
for
cold
you.
drink.
Keeping
pass.
your budgets balanced.
Just one real quick thing. I told Dave earlier I've been remiss at listening to the show because I've been audiobooking it like a fiend. I just can't stop listening to audiobooks. I know, Tyler, you'll appreciate this. I have read both books of the King Killer Chronicle.
Damn right. Awesome.
I have the
were read.
ebook.
Oh, we read them the same way.
Yeah. I have the ebook version because I do actually want to go and read it, but I was audiobooking those. Those were really good.
So fucking good.
Now I'm also one of the millions of people that are mad at the author, Patrick Rothfuss, for not writing this third book after what he's pulling a
It's been a
Stephen
long
King. It's
time.
like 20 years. I don't know, not that long.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't know how, because he says the next book is the last. I don't see how he
I don't
can do
either.
one more book.
I feel like it's going to be pretty disappointing if it's going to just wrap up.
Or enormous.
Or it will be like this big,
Yeah,
huge.
that's true.
But the reason I brought that up is because the most recent book I finished on Audible was called From a Certain Point of View. And it's a Star Wars book, and it's a 40th anniversary Star Wars book with 40 short stories in it.
So this is canon then.
Yeah.
If it's a 40th, then
Yeah, it would be considered canon at this
All
point.
right.
I think now everything they do Star Wars related
Right.
is considered canon because it has to be authorized by Disney, whatever.
And they don't fuck around.
And they do not fuck around. So it was all these short stories that took place
That's the
sort
slogan.
of between the
We do not fuck around.
We do not fuck
Do,
around.
do, do, do. Do not fuck around.
Yuck!
The castle explodes.
This one takes place strictly during A New Hope.
Okay.
So all the little things that happen in the background of A New Hope,
Right.
people wrote short stories about. And
All the guys I had trading cards for when I was in high school.
the reason I brought it up at all is because I know how fond you are of the mouse droid.
Oh, I love the mouse droid. On Death Star?
There's a story based around the mouse droid and
Really?
his purpose.
Is this what I mean?
For real.
I mean,
So
go ahead and spoil it.
I'll spoil it.
I'm not gonna
Spoiler
read it.
alert.
For the mouse droid.
That guy zips around all over the place, right?
Scary.
Well, he's used to transport data and little messages, little packages throughout the Death Star,
Boxes,
right?
not pouches.
Right, never pouches. The Empire does not approve of pouches. So the droid is the property of TK421.
No shit.
The storm-
TK421.
the storm-
Check out the big brain on
oh, damn.
TK421.
Oh, damn. This is for those that don't know, probably him.
Yep.
The stormtrooper that was standing guard at the Millennium Falcon when they captured it, and they trap him. They call him in there like a trick,
Right.
Because they've gone in to scan the inside of the Falcon to find who was in it, right? They hear blaster shots and they say call. TK421 goes into the Falcon. They kill him. They take his armor and
Well, you don't know if he's killed.
well, he's not. Yeah, we do
We do?
now.
Oh, we
Oh
do. The mouse droid. Something with the mouse droid.
no,
No?
it was the
Did I miss something
It was
big?
Han and Luke and them. They killed him. They shot him. He's dead.
He might not be dead. He might have survived.
We'll say maybe he survived, but he was wearing stormtrooper
I don't think those two
armor,
heroes
so-
would kill anybody.
Anyway,
in cold blood.
They couldn't
So-
kill Jango Fett. Come on. Come on.
The story
true.
was basically about TK421, but it's centered around the mouse droid. He used to work in like maintenance or something, right?
Yes.
He uses, and apparently TK421 is super hot. Like
Oh.
he's hot. Like they describe him as being like this hot guy. You never know this because
So Han
you never
and Luke,
see him.
they're remorseful when they like pull the
Oh,
when they
God,
pull
we
like, the
killed
armor
us.
off. They're like, oh God, what have we
What
done?
have we done?
How much time do we have before we gotta get out of this?
He's still warm.
Yeah.
The mouse droid is the property of TK421.
Okay.
He sends the droid to deliver the needle from the interrogation droid in the
yes,
movie.
Yes.
It was used for that purpose. On the way to deliver that needle, the droid trips Grand Moff Tarkin and he falls over and lands on his ass, right? So the Moff gets pissed off.
I feel like this is a joke.
No, this is
okay.
real.
All right.
I swear to God, this is a story.
Grand Moff Tarkin never trips though. That
Not in the movie, in the story.
no, just in like I mean that dude never trips.
Only when a super fast tiny droid zips up under his legs and trips him up.
I feel like if Grand Moff Tarkin tripped, he would shatter when he hit the ground.
So he takes the droid and fixes it. Tarkin fixes the droid.
Uh-huh.
Sends a note back to the droid's owner telling him to come to his quarters. I want to talk to you, type of thing, right? They become lovers.
Wait, who comes?
Grand
over?
Moff Tarkin and TK421, the stormtrooper, become lovers.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And they use the mouse droid to pass love notes back and forth for however
Yeah.
long, up until the point where TK421 gets his ass blown away by the people on the Falcon.
Obviously,
Han and
this
Luke.
is kept in secret,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
the Empire does.
Yeah.
I mean, the Empire is essentially the United States of America in 4 years.
Yes.
So I
Yeah,
mean, and
yeah,
we
yeah.
know we don't tolerate
It was
that shit.
absolutely kept a secret.
Yeah.
But TK421, because he was in a relationship with Grand Moff Tarkin, got promoted to guard duty, which put him outside the Millennium Falcon, which ultimately led to his death.
I got you.
So this book is full of little. Some of them are really awful
Yes.
stories. Some of them are just terrible stories. But some of them are actually pretty neat. So for anybody interested, it's called From a Certain Point of View. And it's the audiobook version is read by various celebrities.
Does Ice-T read one by any chance?
No.
Because he read a D&D short story for an audiobook.
No, he didn't.
And yeah, I haven't heard all of it, but I've heard a little bit of it. It's pretty damn great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I bet.
I need to listen to the rest of it.
I know John Hamm reads one, naturally. Neil Patrick Harris reads one. I can't think of the others off the top of my head now. Oh, Will Wheaton reads one, of course.
I'll
Will
get it for
Wheaton
Nikki.
actually wrote one of the stories, and he reads the story that he wrote. I think I'm right about that. But anyway, that's why I haven't listened to TADPOG, because I've been listening to stories about how it turns out Grand Moff Tarkin is gay.
We've been talking about that too, though. You
That
could have
he's
gotten
gay?
that.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
could have gotten that on here.
Can't get me to shut up about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's usually just like us fantasizing about being one of us being TK-41, the other being Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad
And then sometimes one of us is Mouse Droid. I don't know. It's crazy.
And I'm glad we're all on the same page then. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I've been reading too.
Have you?
Yeah. Do you like how
Reading?
proud that sounded? No, I like straight up,
Actual
man. Not an actual
Kindle?
book. Yeah, straight up on the tablet, and it's authentic beer noises. I like it. I've been reading it because I'm one of those people who did not. I saw the movie. So I read Steve. The whole point of this fucking story is that I've never in my life felt more like my 9, 10, 11-year-old self, because I used to stay up really late reading Stephen King. I never read it.
Me neither.
But I saw the movie not when it came out, and I was like, oh shit. I don't want to wait for chapter 2, the movie. I would like to know how this shit goes down now. So I'm reading the book now.
That is exactly what I did. That is the book I finished before I started on the Star Wars book.
How long? It's taken me a long time.
I went and saw the movie, and then I got the audiobook version of it, but I also downloaded the Kindle version. And when you do Audible and your Kindle book,
They sync.
They sync.
Yeah, it's
so when you
nice.
stop the audiobook, the Kindle will sync to where you left off on the audiobook, and you can pick it up and read it. So
That's awesome.
I actually did read it. It took a month to get through it.
I'm probably about 20% through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's been lauded as Stephen King's best novel. I've read a lot of Stephen King books, including the entire Dark Tower series. And with the exception of the Dark Tower series as a whole, I agree. It was probably the best of his books for me.
I don't know if I'll finish it because Mario Odyssey is coming out this Friday.
I know.
And that means that everything gets put on pause until I'm done with that game, which
Yep.
will probably take, 2 weeks probably.
I
I'm
debated
thinking.
not getting it, but I'm going to now. So I'm
You
glad
debated not getting it. All right.
I'm going to get it.
Are you
Don't
worried
worry.
it's not going to be good? Because I'm a
No,
little
I don't
worried
have.
it's not going to be
I don't
good.
have money,
Oh, I got yeah.
but I'm going to spend the money I don't have to get this game. This is one of the reasons I bought a Switch.
It's worth going into debt for, I think.
So you're reading it.
Yeah, I'm reading it,
Good.
and what
The
that
movie
means
was
is
great.
I love the movie. What it means is I essentially go to bed at 4:30 every morning now, because it's like I'll get done streaming at like 1:30, and I'll be like, all right, I got to go to bed, but first I got to read it for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
And so that has been reintroducing a thing in my life that I like to call night terrors,
Right.
because I found out, I didn't know this. As a child, I had night terrors. My mom told me the other day, because like Henry started waking up at night pretty regularly. And she's like, you had night terrors. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you had night terrors. So now, like, actually, true story, 15 minutes before I came over to record, I took a nap, a little nappy poo on the couch, and didn't realize that I was taking a nap. So as far as I knew, I just laid down on the couch. And then I had, like, my stomach felt really bad. So I get up off the couch, and as I'm like, I feel like as soon as I stand up, I'm like, it feels like there's something like burrowing in my stomach. And it's like, I felt like I need to get to the sink. So I start moving towards the sink, and like I take a step, and I just start vomiting blood and just shitting my pants at the same time. And it's like, and then I wake up. Like the thing I think is, oh, I'm dying. And then I wake up.
And then you're like, so that's what a night terror is.
But the best part, my favorite part, I laughed because when I woke up, I said, "Oh boy."
Probably out of sheer relief that
Oh, boy.
wasn't actually
No, that was my
happening.
death cry. Like that was like, "Oh boy."
Have you heard Dave's death rattle?
Just the Davis ass, like, and it wasn't even like a shout. It was like at that level. And Nikki just she was on the couch, and she's on the chair. She kind of just looked over at me. I was like, oh, I just had a dream about throwing up blood. It's cool. I gotta go record now. Bye.
Bye.
It's pretty good.
Has anybody here ever saved their daddy? Real question.
Saved
their daddy. Has anyone here ever saved their daddy?
What are you talking about? Like life? Save his life?
I don't take. It's an open-ended. There are no wrong answers here.
I see. I don't think so. Unless my dad was going down a bad path until he had me, then I did.
I watched.
Right, and the inadvertent saving. I like it. Passive
yeah.
saving.
I watched my dad almost get stung to death by wasps when I was very, very little, but I couldn't do
Lord.
anything about it. So I didn't really save him other than
Did you take a
screaming
couple
and
of his
crying.
things?
Maybe my screaming and crying scared them away.
Scared them away. I've never saved my daddy, but I and I know that I couldn't because when I was probably 10 years old, I was in a pool with a few cousins, and the youngest one, who was probably like 3 at the time, just jumped in the pool. And then I looked down, and she was just down there in the water. And like my body just like, I was like 2 feet away from her. And like I just froze up. Like it just completely just like, I don't, like my mind is screaming, pull her out of the water. But my body is just like, you're not allowed to move.
Yeah,
you can't move. Also, you're going to throw up blood and you're going to go, oh
shit
boy.
yourself and say, oh boy, when she,
My aunt charged into the pool fully clothed and pulled the child out. And like, I feel like I need to apologize to her. Like, I didn't give her a call and be like, hey, remember the time almost such a kid died because my body wouldn't work? Sorry about that. It wasn't intentional. But no, I never saved my daddy. But I know someone who did.
Oh, yeah.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Donkey Kong Jr.
That's right. That's right.
Good segue.
That was a long, elaborate segue.
It was,
Subway?
yeah.
It's
Subway.
a new word.
It's a good segue.
I hear the Linksters saying it. Subway.
Bet.
That. That's actually, that's a thing I heard in my high school.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
never
think
heard
that-
it until Brendan of Axelay fame started saying it to
Yeah.
me.
My brother-in-law said it all the time.
Yeah.
He's in jail now.
All right,
Because of
Lines
that.
up.
because of that.
No.
There's a story I want to hear there. Jesus.
I got some stories.
Bet and bout it were like probably the 2 like most commonly used phrases in my high school.
About it. Mm-hmm.
You bout it? Tyler, are you bout it?
About it.
I ain't about
Are you?
that. I ain't about
You ain't
that.
about
No, I'm not about that.
I am not about that. No, sir. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
New T-shirt. Oh boy. Now is that O or OH?
OH. Yeah.
Just a picture of Dave vomiting blood with oh boy. That's our next TADPOG shirt.
Shit firing out the back, blood firing out the front. Oh boy.
like a firecracker, essentially. Like the one you like nail to the tree, light, spin it around. I like to think it's all lowercase.
Only less beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unless, you're into that sort of thing.
I'm not.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not. I'm not into that.
Not at all.
Oh, Dave, you hear that?
I do hear that. That's the Ian clearing his throat trade.
Yep.
God damn it. It's all the time. I know. I'm sorry.
Which, of course, ushers in a segment that we like to call Usher Reads from Wikipedia. I wish. Usher's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Everybody? I haven't heard from him in a while.
Oh God, yes.
Ursher?
Ursher.
Yeah.
Heard of him.
All right. Donkey Kong Jr., or as it's known in Japan, Donkey Kongu Jr., is a 1982 arcade-style platform video game by Nintendo. Has everyone stopped paying attention at this point? I bet. It first appeared in arcades, and over the course of the 1980s was later released for a variety of platforms, most notably the Nintendo Entertainment System. Has anybody heard of that one?
No.
Never?
That was one of those
I've got a
more
classic.
obscure systems, right?
Yeah, it had like paddles and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Seeing-
ColecoVision?
They sold them at like JCPenney and Sears and shit.
Right, the
Yeah.
Sears Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the second installment in the Donkey Kong arcade series. By the way, Donkey Kong 3, I want to play at some point in time. It's not on the NES Classic. I don't
Yeah, I
even
heard
know
it's
if
not very good.
I don't even know if it fucking came out on the NES, but I know it deals with like spraying pesticide on bugs.
Oh yeah, actually, that's a fun game.
Is it?
It's pretty fun.
All right, well,
yeah, I got some Donkey Kong to talk about. I know.
All right,
I know
okay.
what's up.
All right, well,
Just do
come
your thing,
back
buddy.
on. We'll do Donkey Kong 3.
Yeah, do your thing.
So I heard what it was the failure that made like Donkey Kong go away until Donkey Kong Country.
Really?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't as good as Donkey Kong Jr.
I'm glad you bring that up because I have a feeling we're going to have a very in-depth conversation about which game is better, Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Jr.
There's no question about that.
We'll get
to
there.
me.
We'll-
But go
we'll-
for it.
we'll
yeah.
get there.
I won't answer it yet.
There's actually no question for me either. The game, so it's a short conversation probably. The game's title, written out as Donkey Kong Jr. in North American arcade versions, and it was abbreviated with a JR in other regions. Can you believe that?
Yeah, for
That's an
Dallas.
interesting fact.
I know. I have a piece of information to add to that factoid based on what my story was going to be. The thing you wouldn't let me tell you earlier.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah.
hear it
No,
fresh.
we're good.
I want to hear
We're
it
good.
fresh. Okay, so let me wrap this up. Donkey Kong's cage. Donkey Kong's been imprisoned by none other than the hero of the last game. Well, maybe Jumpman was the hero in the last game. Mario is the villain in this game. So he had a name switch.
Yeah.
And he's a bad guy now. He's got Donkey Kong in a cage. And I don't know. We could really, honestly, I think we could discuss morals and ethics and like, is Mario really bad?
Absolutely.
I mean, Donkey Kong did some pretty horrible things in the first game.
Supposedly he was Mario's pet, though, that he was not kind to.
Is that right?
And he fell in love with Paulina, so he wanted to take her. So he was tortured and wanted to be with Paulina.
Is that real?
That's what my
fan
research
fiction?
tells me.
But that's bestiality, and that's not right.
That's a sin.
That is a sin.
We're not in Texas, so it's fine.
Okay, so Mario is guarding the cage, which has Donkey Kong in it, and then you play as Donkey Kong Jr., and you gotta go save your daddy. I like to call him Donkey Boy.
Yeah.
Donkey Boy, and his quest to save
B.O.I.
Daddy Kong. Yeah, oh yeah, B.O.I.
Yeah, boy.
This game is a sequel to Donkey Kong. All right, that's it.
Yep.
All right. Good facts.
Yeah,
Good
I
shit.
feel like those are all good. So what's your history, Ian, with Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr.?
The guy, I hung out with this kid when I was, I would have to say I was probably a young teen or I was probably like 10, 11, 12 in that area.
Freshly eating pussy to make you throw up.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Riding Face Mountain.
Yes.
That was really good.
Well, that's because I've been sitting on it for 15 minutes, just trying to
Waiting
find.
for
So did
that.
Ian. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just waiting for like a crack where I could be like, oh, insert joke there.
It's really actually pretty impressive. Good for you.
Thank you.
Anyway, this kid that lived across the street from me is a few years younger than me, but they had money, a lot of money, and lived in a house, big old place.
They were real Marios.
Yeah, and one of my first jobs was sitting for this kid until he was old enough to stay home. He had a Donkey Kong Jr. arcade machine.
Good God, they did have a lot of money.
It was a legit.
When was this? This was like,
It was when it was still a thing.
fuck, dude.
It was like, it wasn't, obviously back then it wasn't retro. It was a thing.
Right.
It was like you could go to the arcade down the street and play Donkey Kong Jr.
That shit is unheard of. I never knew anybody
No.
growing up who had a fucking arcade
Aside
machine.
from him, neither did I.
Good Lord.
And it was a legit, and it was the one that was spelled out. It wasn't the JR,
Junior.
it was the Junior. I played a lot of fucking Donkey Kong Jr. in my day.
That's pretty awesome.
That's all we did. That's all we did was play fucking Donkey Kong Jr.
I hope his parents
And-
paid you in quarters, and you ended up spending what you
No, we could flip the switch and put credits in. We'd just run the thing up to 99 credits and just take turns. I got pretty fucking good at
I
that
fucking
game.
bet you did.
I was really good at that game. I don't remember like my scores or any of that stuff. It wasn't like something I ever kept up with.
like-
I was always the guy that like keeps up with the what level you get to.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't remember how far I got. I know it was way the fuck up there, and it gets hard in the upper levels. It's just like any other of those old games. It gets faster and harder, and
Because
shit's
it cycles through those 4 stages, right?
yeah, and it just becomes nigh on impossible, right? But anyway, that's my thing. I played that game probably, if I had to say, that's probably the one actual arcade game I've played the most of in my life, just simply because I had full-blown, literal, nonstop access to that game. I could go over there anytime I wanted to, even if my friend wasn't home. Because his mom and dad and my mom and dad were really close friends, and I've known them my whole life. And so basically I could just go over there and hang out, and I'd ask his mom, hey, do you care if I go up and play some Donkey Kong? She'd be like, no, go ahead, help yourself. And so I'd play it all the time just because, at first it wasn't because I really liked the game. It was because it was
an arcade
available.
game? Right.
Yeah.
And it was free, and right. Yeah,
But I started to really enjoy the game, and I think that's sort of, for me, because the NES came out not long after. When that game came out for the NES, it wasn't as good because
It's a port.
It's a port, so I'd only ever played it I
The best
probably,
possible way.
if I had spent a quarter every time I played that game, I probably would have spent $5,000 playing that game, right? Because it's just, but when it got ported out, and obviously it's not anyone's fault, it's the capabilities of the system.
Sure.
Just couldn't deliver the same experience I was used to. So for me, it was kind of cheap. And that's why I didn't care for the NES version, but not because it didn't have value, because I was just used to the
arcade.
So
Yeah.
anyway, That's it.
Well, we knew that story, which is why we asked you to be on the show.
Yeah, I was about to say, how fortuitous.
I know,
How
it's
fucking
weird.
fortuitous was
lucky.
that?
Well, you said you messaged me you were going to be doing Donkey Kong Jr. I didn't say anything to you, but I'm like, fuck, I know about Donkey Kong Jr. I can play that shit.
Fucking awesome. It is like we
I
planned
can
it.
do that show.
We didn't. We did not plan it.
Yeah.
I have a story for everything. How have you guys not figured this out?
You're like Sawyer from Lost.
Yeah.
That's what I actually call you.
I just can't come up with cool nicknames for people.
You could if you
I
put
wish-
your mind to it. I believe
I
in
wish
you.
I could.
Yeah.
That's a good talent to
Like
have.
Donkey Boy.
Yeah, Donkey
Yeah.
Boy. Boy.
So which we think is better, Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Jr.?
Do you want to say that for the end? Suspense? Build some suspense?
Do you think there is going to be suspense?
No.
No.
Maybe.
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 You would build a suspense and I'll count to 3.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to build
Then
it.
we'll say it. Okay.
Well, one's got like a fucking monkey in it, and the other's got a monkey in it and a onesie. So clearly, it's obvious that Donkey Kong Jr. is better.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with
That's
you.
how I look at it. He's got a J on his onesie.
What a fucking.
you can't
why
compete with
have-
that.
Why have I not bought a onesie with the J on it for my grandson?
You want to borrow mine?
Do you have one?
Well, it's me sized.
Well, then
It's
he can
Donkey
borrow
Boy
it.
sized.
Then I'll wear it. Then I'll wear it. Donkey Kong Jr. without question.
Yeah.
I liked Donkey Kong. I did. It was a great game and it was a good concept and a lot of, you got to work for it. You got to pay attention and know when to grab the hammer and when to pass that shit up. And when, it's a good game, but I liked Junior a lot more.
Junior.
I liked the graphics better. Obviously, the graphics were improved.
Yeah.
And I am referring to the arcade
Yeah.
version.
I think it's improved in the NES too.
It is over Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not wrong. But I just really like the game. I like the concept. I like going up the vines, and you go up slower if you're on one, and you could go
faster
on two.
and it's reversed when you go down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it took a lot of physical, like hand-eye coordination to play that game well, and having when the traps come up the thing and knowing you have to pay attention. You have to watch the patterns. You have to get good at it, and it is a hard, challenging, but not impossible game.
Do you think it's harder than Donkey Kong?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. And I just think because of the mechanics of climbing the vines and the different slides. With Donkey Kong, you had go up ladder, run up beam, jump barrel, hit barrel. There was a lot of mechanics there. You had to know how to jump. You had to know how to move and do the things. But I just thought that the different ways of getting around in this game were very much more creative.
Yeah.
It was very creative, very much more interesting to play.
Tyler, which did you prefer, Donkey Kong or
this.
Junior?
Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just feel, I like Donkey Kong, but I feel like it's just so, Donkey Kong Jr. is just so much more streamlined. It's like the platforming is better. I think it looks better. I like the going from vine to vine. Overall, I just think it's a better game.
The little springboard times when
Yep.
you need to use the springboard, if you don't get that shit just right,
Right.
you're done. You're out.
I agree.
Start over.
I think Donkey Kong Jr. is a better game. I think that it is a harder game at first. I felt like once I got it took me longer to get the hang of Donkey Kong Jr., but I feel like once I got the hang of it, it was easier for me than Donkey Kong was. Like once I grasped the mechanics and like kind of found the routes, I felt like it wasn't as rough. Now, I didn't make it very far. I only made it through like 3 rotations of the 4 stages.
That's still really good, though. It gets fast.
It does get fast. And one of my favorite things, one of the reasons I think this game is better, Donkey Kong Jr. is better than Donkey Kong, is because it is a much more dynamic game.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of talked about that with like, it introduces new mechanics like the vines that you have to climb. And also the game is less about moving from left to right and then right to left, and then left to right, and then right to left, as it is a game that it's got verticality to it.
Yeah.
It's like there are multiple different ways that you can go. There are different paths that you can take, and a lot of those paths involve vines that hang vertically. They don't swing. They're either vines or chains that Donkey Kong Jr. can climb vertically up. You could make the argument that Donkey Kong had ladders, but the mechanics of it are so much different because
Yeah.
Mario would just
You
climb
climb
a
the
ladder.
ladder, and if you're stuck on the ladder, you're fucking dead.
Right.
if you're on the vine and something's coming at you, you could switch to the next vine or jump
break-
off. or you
brachiate.
could- yeah, exactly.
That feat.
Yeah, that D&D, that 3rd edition D&D feat has forever, and just it's embossed in my mind
Yep.
forever.
Yep.
Brachiate. It's there, or brachiate. I'm sorry. It's
Yep.
there forever.
And then, of course, you had the option to. Some of the vines had fruit on them,
Right.
And the fruit was a weapon. So you saw something coming at you. If you could get over to the fruit and hit it, it would slide down and kill the monster.
Anything below it.
Anything below it. And sometimes you get multiple hits. You know, you could get 2 to 3 hits at a time. And you're absolutely right. It was just mechanically, it was more.
It's Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is Ninja Warrior.
Truly.
Range
Sure.
boards and the climbing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior the game.
With
for the NES.
monsters, which I think they should add to Ninja Warrior.
You're right.
Like
Feral
hidden- Legends of the Hidden-
alligators in the pool or
I think
something.
it like Legends of the Hidden Temple style.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like you have like a warrior hiding in a ball pit or something that like pops out and like he touches you and you're out.
Yeah. They need to do, they just need to make an American Ninja Warrior course that is a Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah,
remake.
everyone wears a onesie. Yeah.
Yeah, they all wear onesies.
With their first initial on it. Or actually, they're like, wait, I'm sorry, you're David Moore the third. Will you get a 3 on yours? Because I don't know. We just call this one Jay. He's Junior. He's Jay.
I like that on the Adventure Zone, the new game that they're playing, Griffin's character is a gymnast.
If you say Donkey Boy, I'm gonna fucking jump out of my skin.
He is a gymnast who crashed and burned hard on the first part of his Ninja Warrior course.
What show is this?
The Adventure Zone. It's a D&D podcast.
The McElroy brothers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He was on American Ninja Warrior?
His
character.
character is a failed American Ninja Warrior contestant.
Oh, that's cool. I actually met a guy that was on American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fixed his phone. He's from
fixed
here.
his phone?
He's from here. Yeah.
Yeah? How did he do?
He didn't win, obviously. But nobody wins that show. I think he was in like season 1 and 2. I think he got to like stage 2,
Wow.
which is where most people
good.
get.
That's as far as Steve Carell got. I just made that up. I don't know why I said that.
You can only win that if you're like a Japanese crab fisherman. So
Yes.
only people that win.
That's the weirdest show because my wife and I make a point to watch it. Like
Yeah.
that is one of the few shows I will sit down and actually make time to watch when it's on. Like we say, "Oh, American Ninja Warrior's on. We got to go in there and watch it." And it's on for like 2 hours every time it's on.
It's like the modern day American Gladiators.
Exactly what
Yeah.
it is, and I never missed fucking American Gladiators either.
They just need jousting, and we're set.
Oh God.
They just need jousting, and they need to fire tennis balls at someone.
But yeah, that's what I
The
want.
course where they would try to run and the gladiators
Oh, yeah.
just shooting at them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved that fucking show.
Turbo.
Oh yeah, Turbo.
Nitro. Man, I remember going to the park as a kid and training for American Gladiator. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Donkey Boy didn't make it.
No, you did. I saw you on that show.
Yeah.
Must not have been you. I thought it was you.
That was the porn parody.
Oh, right. We agreed we wouldn't talk about that. I'm sorry.
Stand still. We're gonna fire tennis balls at your ass. No, you did. You're an American Gladiator. You did. You made it.
What's that e-fucked video where it's a girl strapped to like a bullseye target and they have like a tennis ball machine, but they're firing those little prickly balls that you find
Oh,
outside,
yeah.
and one gets stuck like in her asshole.
Miles calls those Pokeballs.
Pokeballs. Oh man, you said Pokeballs. It reminded me. My son Henry will be 3 in December. That motherfucker is almost all the way through Pokemon Indigo. He's been watching it just at home, and he's asking for it. And what he calls it is Pokemon, which is great because like I've told Nikki this. I was like, until he is old enough to understand that I'm making sexual references, coded sexual references, I'm going to make them. And so he said, "Oh, I want to watch Pokemon." I said, "You know who's really good at Pokemon? Mom's really good at playing Pokemon." And he just kind of looks at her, and I look at her, and she's just fucking glaring at me.
What? You are?
You're really good at it.
It's a compliment.
And if you want to know how good she is at it, check out Manpog 2.0 on Patreon.
Patreon.com/TADPOG.
That's actually the next thing I'm going to listen to. I'm going to try to get back on
It
my
should be.
listening. I'm going to listen to that one.
I haven't listened to it yet because
Is it
I'm waiting
really
for
like
Nikki.
3 hours long?
Yep.
Shit, that is a value.
Yeah, it is. Considering they even talked like that for 2 hours prior to recording.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I'm on it. I'll listen to it.
But I'm glad this has one more level over Donkey Kong.
They got all of the levels from the arcade game in the NES.
And it looks better. How'd they do that?
Cartridge. It's weird. I mean, it is granted, I think it came out like 4 years after Donkey Kong came out on the NES. So, I mean, like, they got a little bit of... They learned the hardware a little bit and the limitations and stuff. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it. But it's a huge plus.
Yeah.
It's a huge plus.
Yep. Because you got the 2 jungle levels, an electric wire level, and then the boss.
Yes. The electric wire level, they don't show you the cutscene. And Ian, you probably remember the cutscene. In the arcade game...
It's been a long time. Refresh my memory.
All right, stage 1 is a jungle level. Straight up jungle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 2 is a jungle level, but it also has like some signs of mankind encroaching.
It's like chains.
Yeah.
Is that where the one with the chains
there's like a
is?
conveyor belt with like upside down joysticks that you hang off of. And then in the arcade game, after you beat stage 2, you see a yellow helicopter holding on to Donkey Kong inside a giant cage, and they're flying from left to right. And then you see Junior following them, holding onto an umbrella.
That's right. Wow, I had forgotten.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. And
Who's a Time Lord, but go ahead.
yes. And then stage 3 is now we're what I assume is New Donk City. Has to 100% be New Donk City. And that's the electricity level, which is the easiest fucking stage in the game, where it's just set up where it's like 3 or 4 little platforms that, you know, the sparks that always appear in Mario games.
Yep.
They're just overrun with those.
Just go left to right and climb.
Exactly.
Yep.
Very easy. The pacing, as much as I like this game, I feel like the pacing is weird because it's like stage 3 is the easiest fucking stage in the entire game. Stage 2 can suck a big old fucking, I'll say egg. I'll just say it can suck an egg. Because it is the hardest fucking stage. That's stage 2. And then stage 4, of course, is the showdown with Mario.
God, I had forgotten so much about this.
I've got if you want a little refresher.
I was looking, I had forgotten about the one with the keys.
Yeah, that's the last stage. So, right,
Yeah.
Donkey
That's
Kong's
cool.
all caught up in his cage, and the level design is very simple. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chains hanging down the entire height of the stage, and you have to, on those chains, at the bottom of those chains are keys, and you have to maneuver Donkey Kong Jr. I keep making this motion, which looks like I'm jerking off 2 dicks at the same time.
Right.
Everyone can imagine that. That's
Yeah.
what Donkey Kong Jr. looks like when he
Yeah, it
climbs
does.
chains.
It truly does.
And it's delightful because he's making the derpiest fucking face in the world when he climbs up. And the animation is literally 2 frames. It is 2 frames, so it looks hilarious when he climbs up. You have to push all those keys up to the very top horizontal bar. And when you do, you free Daddy Kong.
And you don't get those keys partially into those locks. You get them all the way in there or you don't win.
Right.
Like you could get them really close.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've done it many times when I played it before. I thought I had it in there and I dropped, because you know that you drop down. You get the keys in, you slide down because you got to get over to the next
To the
keys
next
and start
key.
getting them up.
Yeah, yeah.
And you got birds flying horizontally trying to fuck your world
You
up.
got fucking clap traps coming up
Yeah.
chains and shit. Yeah.
I got it to I remember once doing that and getting all the keys, thinking I got all the keys in, and it's not in, and I'm looking, and it's like 1 pixel
Wasn't in
off.
enough.
There's 1 pixel off on one of the first keys I had done. I was like,
You were
"Son of a
showing
bitch."
it mercy.
Yeah. Teasing it. Just
Yeah, you
putting-
didn't want to give it all.
just getting the
Yeah, I
tip
get
in
it.
there.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, shit, I'd forgotten about that. That's fun.
I'm glad you
Good
talked about
shit.
the enemies because one thing, I don't know, Tyler, I know you played the shit out of Donkey Kong Country. And I know we
yeah.
talked about it on our IGN's 100 top SNES games. Ian, I don't know if did you play Donkey Kong Country? I fucking love that. Like, it didn't dawn on me until,
Wait, this is that side-scrolling one, right?
yeah,
Super
that
Nintendo.
Rare
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
That's- yeah,
I did. I love that game.
Pre-rendered sprites and everything.
Sure.
It did not dawn on me until I played this game the other night on Twitch. Find us on Twitch. And they straight up took the clap traps and the mini neckies from Donkey Kong Jr. and just put them in Donkey Kong Country.
That's
So
cool.
if
I
we do
didn't realize
Donkey Kong 3 and Tropical Freeze, we will have done all the Donkey Kong games.
Got to do
for the
Donkey
show.
Konga.
Donkey Konga, okay.
And I
Yep.
think there's some others. There's Donkey Kong. There's Donkey Kong Land. And I think there's Donkey Kong.
for the Game
Land.
Boy.
What's that
2.
open platformer one? It was like a platformer. At least it had like a hub.
64.
Oh, Donkey Kong 64, which we have done.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank God, because I'm not going to play that again. Actually, it's kind of weird. It's kind of fucked up. Because I played Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong 94. By the way, Donkey Kong 94 for the Game Boy is the fucking best Donkey Kong game I've ever fucking played.
For the original Game Boy?
For the original Game Boy, I played it on a Super Game Boy. It is, or that's a lie. I played the Super Game Boy version. Let me clear that up before I get anybody hard out there. But Donkey Kong 94 is the best fucking Donkey Kong game I've ever played. And Ian, I think you would dig it the most because they totally take elements from both Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., put them into one game. It's the first 4 levels of Donkey Kong and then 97 more levels that involve like solving puzzles and shit.
I've not ever heard of this
game.
game.
Dude, it is good. I think you would like it a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that they took enemies from Donkey Kong Jr. and put them in Donkey Kong Country.
Well, I just think it's cool that they have continued to work inside this particular franchise, to a greater extent, not a greater extent, but I'd say that the stuff that they do for the Donkey Kong is a little bit more consistent versus like Mario, where they've just sort of gone off in so many different directions. I've always thought that the Donkey Kong games were very consistent and very contained in there.
Like they have a style.
And the fact that aside from Diddy Kong Racing, they very rarely, there haven't really been any crossovers, have there?
How do you mean? Like with other Nintendo?
With like Mario. Because if you think about it, Mario and Donkey Kong were kind of a,
They had a weird, their relationship status was,
Coke
it's
and
complicated.
Pepsi. It was like, we're together and we do this. And then, they did. They broke it off.
They
and
just
went
race
their
each other
separate
on
ways.
go-karts now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mario Kart.
Because Donkey Kong Jr., of course, is in Mario Kart. I don't know why it was Donkey Kong Jr. and not Donkey Kong. I always thought that was weird. And also, Donkey Kong Jr. makes an appearance in Super Mario All-Stars on the SNES.
Oh.
In Giant World, he is, how all the kings have been transformed in Super Mario Brothers 3? It's like kind of like the setup for every world. In Giant World, World 4, the king in the NES has been transformed into a dinosaur. In Super Mario All-Stars for the SNES, he has been transformed into Donkey Kong Jr.
So you think they do this kind of like Pink Floyd and David Gilmour and Roger Waters get back together once in a while? Like, David Gilmour will show up and play Comfortably Numb at a Roger Waters show, and everybody will go crazy and they hate each other, but he still shows up to play from time to time. Maybe that's what it is.
I'm going to be real, man. I'm curious to see what Donkey Kong, what his role is in Mario Odyssey, because he's going to be in the game. Pauline is in the game, so Donkey Kong is going to be in the game.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He has to be. He has to be in it's New Donk City. Donkey Kong is going to be in this game.
It's called New Donk City.
New
I haven't
Donk City.
read shit about this game.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailers for it.
Pauline's the mayor of New Donk City.
Fucking kidding
No,
me.
I'm not kidding.
That is amazing.
So he's going to be in the game. Also, I want to say my favorite version of Donkey Kong, this is heresy, I realize. My absolute favorite version of Donkey Kong is Rabid Kong from Mario Rabbids.
I haven't.
Oh my god!
I haven't watched your play of that.
Just Google it. Just do a search for it because it is essentially a giant rabbit that has the body shape of Donkey Kong and is wearing the tie. And he looks like
that's awesome.
He looks like he was dropped several times when he was Donkey Boy.
Dude, you've got me so pumped about Mario Odyssey now. I was excited, but I didn't know any of that stuff.
Dude, I am dangerously hyped. I mean, it's here's my only thing. I'm so sorry to hijack the Donkey Kong Jr. conversation to talk about a game that isn't even out yet. But I'm super excited, except for I do not like seeing Mario next to just regular ass salarymen
I don't like that
on the street.
That look
weird.
Yep.
So I don't know. That is off-putting. But other than that, I don't know.
Is this a multiplayer game in any capacity, or is it just straight single player?
As far as I know, it is straight single player. In the 3D platforming style of Mario 64 and Sunshine. So it's not like
I love that too, because those were my favorites.
Sunshine I could leave, but 64 I love.
I liked Sunshine simply because it was A, on the GameCube, and B, similar to Super Mario 3D. So I
get it. I do. I wish
64.
I wish that And after I played Splatoon 2, I couldn't help but think about the whole time. I couldn't help but think about Mario Sunshine because I was like, this is how like the spraying the paint mechanic and the ink and all that.
Yeah.
That is how it should have worked in Mario Sunshine, where it's like you can move and spray the fucking water at flood at the same time.
Frustrating.
So, but anyway.
I think this game is unique. All right, and Donkey Kong is essentially a chase scene because Mario is chasing Donkey Kong through the construction site. Donkey Kong Country, King K. Rool has taken his bananas and he's trying to cross through the jungle to get him. Donkey Kong Jr., Mario he's kidnapped Donkey Kong and he is systematically torturing Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. by setting up these elaborate death puzzles to make father watch his son going through torture to try and save him, and son, watching his dad being trapped, and Mario gleefully watching all of this, only to at the last moment take Donkey Kong away and move on to the next death puzzle.
To be fair, Donkey Boy doesn't do a good job when he gets to Daddy Kong because like he just stands there.
Yeah,
he just stands there. Mario, but to be fair,
they're
Mario,
Japanese. They don't really know like what's
etiquette.
This is my father.
This man, yeah. I'm not supposed to ask Dad if he is my dad. But Mario has a whip too, so maybe that has something to do with it.
There you go.
It's weird seeing Mario with a whip. I thought it was a bag at first because all of the enemies, all the monsters spawn from Mario. So I just thought he had a bag full, like just an ever full bag of monsters that he was just dumping out. But then when I looked closer, I was like, oh, that's a whip. That's some imagery I don't want to see. I don't want to see Mario with a whip.
Old school Mario does not fucking play.
He does not. He did not take
mean. He's about it. He is about it for sure. He did not take kindly to what Donkey Kong did to Pauline. Just straight up ruined that for him.
I'm gonna be a doctor one day.
It's a blood feud.
Yes.
Well, maybe he became a doctor because he was so unsuccessful. He became a doctor to find a better way of poisoning and killing Donkey Kong.
Actually, I heard
I'm taking care of this fucking monkey once and for all. He's going down.
I have heard this on Game Theory. You guys probably have too. Actually, Mario became a doctor because when Donkey Kong fucked Pauline, he gave her AIDS.
Yeah, you're right.
And so
that's canon.
You saw it. So
I haven't heard that. That's awesome.
Mario he wants to get laid again, so he's like, I gotta cure fucking AIDS.
Well, he doesn't just want.
This is expensive. I'm gonna go be a referee
Yes.
to fund my AIDS cure.
Who has had more jobs, Mario or Homer?
Barbie.
Barbie. Yeah.
Homer.
Yeah, it's Homer. Yeah, of course.
You guys have any achievements for this game?
I don't. I do not have. I did not come prepared.
Yeah, I've got like a shit ton. Would you like me to go ahead and do all of them?
Let's go.
Also, there were some other things I wanted to talk about that I'm going to just shoehorn in as achievements. First achievement, no whammy. In order to unlock a no whammy, you have to finish stage 3, the electricity stage, without getting hit, because that whole fucking stage sounds like the goddamn board to no whammy. Like the whole time, like the whole fucking time. Like it is 100% what that is. I don't know what came first, but someone owes somebody else fucking royalties because like that is a goddamn lawsuit waiting to happen. I mean, surely it would have happened by now.
No, but whoever's listening to this podcast, it's going to be coincidental.
That is that connected. It's like, oh shit.
Holy shit, I could do that.
Second achievement is called A Princess is in Another Castle. And in order to unlock that, all you have to do is realize that Donkey Kong Jr. is essentially proto Super Mario Brothers in level design. Look at the grass plateaus with the really tall, skinny plateaus with the grass on top of it. Stage 2 straight up looks like proto Super Mario Brothers 1 to
That's
me.
definitely
you're right.
That is cool. I didn't make the connection.
And I love that. I love that like Miyamoto's shit kind of like, like it flows through like a goddamn marvelous stream.
It's the Force.
It is the Force. Yeah. I'll be Miyamoto's TK421. My third achievement, died on the vine.
Oh.
Or I'm like, died on the vine. You just got to die when you're on the vine. Pretty self-explanatory, guys. I figured we could all figure that one out. Fourth achievement, credit to Edgelord Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. It took me a long time to think of your title. The Jumpman Cometh. In order to unlock the Jumpman Cometh, you have to get killed once in each level by Mario's minions. Achievement number 5 Also credit to Kyle in Twitch chat. Edgelord Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. Move your feet and feel united. That is a lyric from a song by Junior Senior. And in order to unlock Move Your Feet and Feel United, you need to unite Donkey Kong Jr., a.k.a. Donkey Boy, with Senior.
That's pretty good.
A.k.a. Daddy Kong.
I like it.
Next achievement. Hashtag literal baby game. Credit goes to first time caller, Bitlord, Nate Glines. And all you have to do is just start it up because this game is literally a baby game. You are literally playing as a baby in a onesie, in case we didn't make that clear.
With a J.
Next achievement is I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. I realize the name of that song is Jumper. And that is a lyric from the song. In order to unlock, I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You have to get past what I call Gator Ledge. And does anyone know what Gator Ledge is? Gator Ledge is, I don't know how it is in the fucking arcade version, but on stage 1 of the NES version of Donkey Kong Jr., at the very top, there, when you're on your way to Mario, there's like one step. It's like a single step. It's like a ledge connected to another ledge, and it's just a single goddamn step.
And if you're not off the vine,
you'll get hung on it. You'll get hung on that fucking step. And it's like, I can't tell you how many times I've died because I'm so close to Mario and he's fucking whipping claptraps at me. And it's like, I can't jump because I'm fucking hung up on this goddamn ledge. So credit goes to Nate Glines again for coining that one. In order to unlock it, all you have to do is get past. You just have to get off that ledge.
off that ledge, my friend.
And I've got one more achievement. Credit goes to Justine in Twitch chat. I changed the name, but I like the achievement. It's called Newton's Lob. And in order to unlock Newton's Lob, you need to kill one bird with an apple.
All right.
It's tough to do.
Because you just got to kill them with gravity. You just got to take advantage of the most powerful force on Earth.
Apples.
Correct me, Tony.
Apples.
Apples. Oh, boy. Tyler, do you have any achievements?
I've got 3.
All right.
My first one is Spark Mandrill,
Nice.
who is a boss from Mega Man X.
Mm-hmm.
You unlock Spark Mandrill by losing all your lives to the sparks.
On stage 3, I love it. I fucking love it. That's actually the origin story of Spark Mandrill. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Does
It's the Donkey Kong Jr. that gets electrocuted.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yes.
in the NES version, I need to play it on my classic. I haven't gotten to that one yet. But in the NES version, when he gets shocked, do you see his little skeleton?
No.
You do in the arcade one, if I'm
love
not
that.
mistaken.
I like
you
that.
get a little skeleton shot.
I like that.
Yeah.
My second one is Don't Put Your Labels on Me, Man. You unlock that by never collecting a banana.
Okay.
Who says he likes bananas?
The coconuts look like butts in this game. Did anyone notice that? They look like butts. With like one big old cheek and the other's a little tinier.
Yeah.
Like a bad butt. Like
a bad
butt.
a non-quality butt.
Yeah. A C- butt.
A discount bin.
Yeah,
butt.
scratch and dent.
My last one, it's either Jig Mario or Mario Saw,
Okay.
whichever one. You get that by dying once on every level, because Mario is basically Jigsaw from the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Because of his death traps.
Yep.
Jigsaw's coming out soon to theater near you.
Oh yeah.
I've never
new
seen
Saw
one of those
movie.
movies.
I saw the first one. I like the first one.
They get a little
had that
bit
chick from Becker in it.
They get a little bit convoluted,
Yeah.
but I like them. I can't help myself.
Yeah?
It's torture porn. And I can't lie about it. And then apparently they're reviving it. It's like this weekend. I think
No
it
shit.
comes out. Yeah.
So you're going?
I don't know if we're gonna go. I don't go to the theater much. It's gotta be a pretty big ticket item. I probably imagine the next time I go to the theater is probably gonna be in December.
Yeah, for Last Jedi.
When you're gonna be there with me, right?
Fuck yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
Then then on New Year's Eve we got to get drunk or whatever we did. We got to do the New Year's Eve extravaganza or New Year's
The
extravaganza
2017 year in review.
year in review.
Oh, yeah.
Get drunk
here. Yeah.
and then go see Star Wars like we've done every year.
Yeah, we got to do that. For sure. I don't know if I've said this on the show yet or not because I don't fucking remember anything. But like, it's probably because I stay up till 4:30 reading it, and then I sleep for 2.5 hours and then go to work. I have found a new joy in going to the movies by myself on Saturday mornings. Like when there's a movie that's coming out, I'll be like that I want to see. I'll be like, hey, example, Blade Runner 2049. It's like, hey, Nikki, do you want to see this? And she's like, no, not really. I'm not really interested in it. I was like, well, I am, and I'm going to go to the movie on Saturday. She's like, all right, cool. That's awesome.
Nice, nice.
So that's my new thing. I just look for movies. Like now I'm looking for movies that I know she's not into.
Right.
Where it's like, man, I'd just like to get out of this house for 2 hours.
Go see a movie.
That'd be all right.
Quickly, how was Blade Runner?
I fucking loved it.
Good.
I fucking
I haven't
loved
seen it yet. I'm gonna probably wait on it. But yeah, okay.
I
good.
loved it.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I know it's a long movie. I think it could have been longer. Like no,
Really?
Yeah, I really think it could have
That's
been
saying
longer.
a lot for a Ridley Scott movie.
I think it could have been longer.
Okay. All right. We'll get together. We'll discuss.
Yeah, we'll do it. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun today hanging out with you and Ian and myself,
Yeah.
telling stories, talking about monkeys. I realize they're not monkeys, they're apes.
Yeah.
Maybe. The primates. What's a safe answer? As a part-time podcaster, I find that it's best to go with the absolute safest possible thing to say.
Yep.
We'll just call them primates. Before we close things out,
We'll just call them pre-humans.
lesser beings. We'll just call them science experiments, cosmetic consultants. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give this the wispy beard of one Jacob Dylan.
Jacob Dylan. That would be Bob Dylan's son.
It would be.
The lead of the Wallflowers.
Yes.
One headlight.
Yeah, exactly. And like Donkey Kong Jr. is better than Donkey Kong, Jacob Dylan is better than Bob Dylan. So I have this achievement. And I'm just looking at Ian's face as I said that.
I can't stand Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I don't think
really?
you're going to really offend any of us
Okay,
here.
great.
I mean, I went to see Bob Dylan when he was here, but it was essentially like my mom was like, Bob Dylan's going to be here. Would you like to go? And I was like,
Might as well go say that I've seen Bob Dylan.
exactly. That's exactly.
I wouldn't even do that. No offense. I know I'm in the minority, but I've never cared for Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
It was still fun.
The best Bob Dylan I've ever seen was on Walk Hard when Dewey Cox goes through his Bob Dylan phase and sings that song that's like random words just being thrown out there, and they're like, "Oh, what is he even saying?" He's like, "Man, he's making a comment about social norms and existentialism and all this stuff." That's the best I like Bob Dylan when it wasn't even really Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I've
So,
never been to
anyway.
a concert with more old people than
God,
that. I mean,
I
it
know,
was
right?
just straight
I bet,
up like,
I
is this
bet.
a symphony?
I could name more Jacob Dylan songs than I could name Bob Dylan songs.
Go. What else you got?
One headlight, that's it.
Oh, okay. you don't know a
I don't
single
know.
Bob
I couldn't
Dylan
name
song?
a single Bob Dylan song.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. You've seen Forrest Gump though.
Yeah. I don't know the titles to
Oh,
like
okay,
any of
I
the
gotcha.
songs. I'd be like, oh, I've heard that. I couldn't tell you what it is.
I gotcha.
So, yeah.
I like it. I love it. Actually, you remind me of Jacob Dylan. You personally
you. Yeah,
remind me
I
of
try.
Jacob Dylan.
I try, yeah.
I don't know what he looks like, but Tyler, if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, why? What would you give it, and why would it be one headlight?
Damn. Does Gage wear glasses?
Yes.
Then I give it the glasses of one Gage Chandler.
Oh, Chandler boy.
Because you were
Chandler
bragging
boy.
on Facebook about what a good daddy is. So I'm giving it the glasses
yes.
of Gage Chandler.
I believe that Gage would save me.
Yes.
If I were in a cage being held hostage by a psychotic Italian plumber, I think Gage would climb vines and dodge claptraps and throw apples at birds to get to me and save me.
That's a good son.
I also believe that Cohen would do that for his daddy, except that he would do it because it would be fun to climb the vines and throw the apples, and not because he actually knows yet. But yeah, okay. Wow, I got to tell Gage that he was mentioned as glasses today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
And Ian,
Yes.
I have another question for you. Mm-hmm. I am curious how much this game is on Amazon. If you were to buy Donkey Kong Jr. used right now on Amazon for the NES, how much do you think you'd pay for it? Tyler?
$10.
$10? Ian, what do you think?
$13.99.
$13.99. I looked this up beforehand. Don't mind me. I'm not. Don't even pay no attention to what I'm doing right now. Well, you know what? You can buy Donkey Kong Jr. Math, or you can buy Donkey Kong Jr. the arcade class. We have to play Donkey Kong Jr. Math
Yep.
at some point. We
Yep.
100% have to.
And
do it.
Math Blasters. Yeah.
Well, I could do. You want to do Math Blasters right now? Actual retail price of Donkey Kong Jr. for the NES used on Amazon at the time of this recording is $22.20.
More than I would have thought.
Yeah. Would anyone like to, not to spoil it for when we do Donkey Kong Jr. math. Anyone want to take a guess on how much that game is used on Amazon?
I bet that's higher.
Yeah, $25.
I'll say $38.
$93.72, my
Jesus.
friends. If you want to learn how to do math, you got to
the
pay
only
for
way to
it.
learn.
You.
That's why
a skill
America's-
you carry with you forever.
You got to get the math pass.
I was good at Donkey. Get that math pass. I was good at Donkey Kong Jr. It hasn't gotten me anywhere in life. Donkey Kong Jr. math, however,
You're here, aren't you? Recording on it. Come on, man.
that might be why. That's actually true. It might be why.
That's why America's so far behind in math. No one played Donkey Kong Jr. math.
It is
yeah.
true.
Well, you guys.
Yes.
You guys. Held over from Donkey Kong. I have a Donkey Kong Jr. quiz.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so glad because I
Quiz
didn't prepare
time.
one.
So because Donkey and Kong, so this is a famous equine or monkey quiz. But not all answers are either equines or monkeys. They are related to one of the two. If it's not one of the, I didn't.
What?
Sometimes making a famous donkey was really obtuse, so I had to go an easier route, so it's not incredibly difficult.
All right.
So they're
I can't name
They're
you
all
one famous
related.
donkey
all related to famous horses or
Donkey
donkeys.
from Shrek.
up top. Man, I'm so glad you're here to help me. We're going to do this.
Question
You know Donkey from Shrek,
Shrek
damn.
was on at my house earlier. That's the
Damn.
only reason I thought of it.
or statement one.
All right. Oh, nice. You're doing it statement
Doing it
style. You do it
Dave style. Dave style.
This depressed donkey was a companion of Winnie
Eeyore.
the Pooh. Eeyore.
All right.
Correct.
We're off to a good start. We're playing co-op mode. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This donkey was the steadfast companion of Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh my God. El Caban? He wasn't a donkey.
Remember. Damn it. I know it. I just can't think of it.
Describe this donkey to me.
He is small and white with like a red hat.
And he's got a
Bandana.
red
Oh,
sombrero,
fuck.
right? It's like
Yep.
a sombrero and little hooves.
Can I have a hint? Is it racist?
I don't think so.
All right, that was like I got like a 55%
Like, it
might be
could-
racist
maybe it
vibe from
is.
that.
I don't know.
Jose the donkey.
Churro? I don't know.
I don't know.
Baba Louie.
Baba Louie.
Of course, that's what it was.
Oh, shame on us.
Fuck. Baba Louie.
The mule Conchita accompanies this Colombian coffee mascot.
Juan Valdez.
Yeah,
Valdez
up
is
top.
correct.
Nice.
I got my coffee knowledge. You know?
Yeah, I like it.
Not really. That's probably the only coffee question I actually could answer, but it's a good time for it.
Benjamin was the wise donkey in this George Orwell novel you probably read in high school.
Animal Farm.
Animal Farm is correct.
Correct. Yep.
I don't know why, but I thought I didn't know what direction you were going to go with that. I almost said Funny Farm at Chevy Chase.
Pretty similar, basically the same movie.
No donkey in that one.
Well, there
I'll let
was.
you-
There wasn't a donkey, but there was an ass.
There was, yeah. I think you saw me going for it. And like,
No. You don't
Dibs,
steal. You don't steal
dibs.
the shook that I set up, motherfucker.
This equine nickname character was played by C. Thomas Howell in The Outsiders.
Oh, my wife would know this for sure.
Nikki would know this as well.
Pony Boy.
Pony Boy is correct.
What? That's BOI.
Yeah, boy.
Pony Boy.
This was the Nazi capuchin monkey in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
He had a name? Oh, crap. I didn't know the monkey had a name. Monkey? I thought they only ever called him Monkey.
I don't
Damn,
know
I
the
thought I
answer
knew
to
my
this.
Raiders.
I do not know the answer to
I
this.
don't either, apparently.
Zeke Heil.
That was the monkey's name?
That was the monkey's name.
Wow, because he does do the Zeke Heil salute.
I was going to say
at one
Salacious
point.
Crumb.
This monkey accompanied Mike Myers, his character on Sprockets on SNL.
Would you like to touch my monkey? Is it Auschminky?
No.
My Auschminky?
You're in the right language.
I'm deferring to you. I do not know.
I'm close,
I do
but I
not
can't
know.
get it. I can't figure. I don't know it.
Klaus.
Klaus.
Of course, it's Klaus.
We're gonna hear about that one.
We're failing.
Yeah, we're gonna hear about that one.
This is Krusty the Clown's chain-smoking sidekick.
My
Chip.
God.
Mr.
You got half of it.
Halfway there. This one we're really gonna hear about. This one we're 100% going to hear about. And I am specifically talking to Paul Korn and Phil Hawkins.
What are you saying right now, Paul Korn? What are you saying?
Come back to this one.
Okay. This was the Minister of Science on the Planet of the Apes.
Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius, another. That's a good Simpsons reference. See, we know our
Dr.
Simpsons.
Zaius. Well, you do. I'm fledgling. I'm a youngling about to be murdered by Anakin. Spoilers. How great would it be? I was talking to Jacob of Wolf Fighting Fame about this the other day. How great would it be because it was proven to us, spoilers for Rogue One, skip ahead 30 seconds, that Darth Vader scene at the end. How that just proved that you can do a fucking slasher in the Star Wars universe. How great would it be if like the movie was whole setup where it's like, this is Sith training. It's essentially like Predator.
Yeah.
But it's like the hunting ground.
You gotta hunt Jedi.
And less about, like American politics and stuff. Just about fun Star Wars lightsabers and shit.
How many more questions are there for me to figure out this monkey's
I'm trying to stall for you.
There are two. There's one more question that I think Dave will probably know more about. So if you want to ponder.
Yeah, keep going.
Because question 10, Dave, in 30 seconds, name as many Kongs as you can.
Donkey Kong Jr., Diddy Kong, Candy Kong, Cranky Kong,
You said
Dixie Kong.
Dixie counts.
Dixie Kong, Baby Kong.
Can I help him?
Oh, am I
Sure.
missing a huge one?
King Kong.
Oh, King. I thought we were
Sure.
I thought we were straight up in the Nintendo.
Just
universe.
in
That's good.
Nintendo?
No.
Sure, no,
That's
that
good.
count. I didn't specify.
Surfer, Crazy Kong. No, it's not Crazy Kong. Shit.
That's time.
I'm out, man.
You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You named 7 Kongs.
8, including King Kong, I think.
That I included.
Oh, you got it. Damn it. Okay, so I just missed one
So
completely.
you missed Chunky Kong,
Chunky Kong.
Funky Kong,
Funky Kong. God damn it. I'm out of here. Fuck this shit.
Quit.
Kitty Kong, Lanky Kong,
Kitty Kong, not fucking
Lanky.
Baby Kong.
Is there
Swanky Kong.
Is there a
Swanky Kong.
Is there a janky Kong?
There should have been Tiny Kong, Wrinkly Kong, Bluster Kong, Dread Kong, Karate Kong,
Dread
Ninja
Kong?
Kong, Sumo Kong, and then because you said it earlier, Rabbit Kong.
Oh, Rabbit Kong, yes. Damn it.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I mean,
And this is Krusty the Clown's chain smoking sidekick chimp.
this
Can't
is
think
is
of
all
it.
you,
I'm
dude.
so
this
mad.
Is all you. I can
kn-
picture him.
I absolutely know his name, and I know it's Mr. something. I can't get it. I'm sorry. My Simpsons fanboy card has to be revoked at this
BOI.
point. Yeah, that was understood.
Yeah.
Mr. Teeny.
Teeny. It was Teeny all along.
All right. That was a good quiz. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
thank
that
you.
a lot.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for putting that together. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Awesome.
You're welcome. All right, well, that's all I got then.
That's all I got, man.
Me too.
Well, Ian, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having
and
me.
for knowing a lot about the game.
Yeah. I'm happy to be here. I love it.
We were intending on taking calls, but we've gone longer than I thought we would.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
want to just close this son of a bitch down?
Yep.
If you do want to call us, you can do that. That's a thing that we want to bring back to the
Yep.
show, to play like maybe 2 or 3 calls at the end of a show. So you can call us at 270-883-2555.
Yep.
I think. I haven't said that number
That's
in
it.
a long
yeah.
time.
So thanks for listening. You found the show on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So don't miss the next episode. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about. We've talked about a few different things.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we don't know.
I mean, we'll figure it out. The next...
It's
Go
better
ahead.
when it's a surprise.
Oh, do you think so?
I like to not know what's coming. I think
Okay.
it's good.
See, some of the feedback I've gotten is that people want to play the game ahead of time.
So I mean, that's
I-
right. That's a good point. If you want to play the game, so you could be versed in it,
but you cannot do that this week.
But you can't do that this
Yeah.
week.
Next up on the NES Classic is Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. So
Colon Electric Boogaloo.
yes, Electric Boogaloo, yes. So it might be that. I don't know. I also we want to do a Star Fox 2 episode. It might be that. I don't know.
Yep.
We don't know.
Get a lot
That's
of
the point.
ideas. Hey, you can review us on Facebook, iTunes, on Stitcher, apparently.
Oh, cool.
Hey, on Amazon, because you can go buy a shirt. Just search for TADPOG on Amazon.
Yeah, people are still buying those, which is
Yeah,
amazing. Thank
awesome.
you. If you bought a shirt, thank you.
Did you ever do a thing where you read the Amazon reviews for the shirt on your show?
We've read a couple.
Yeah.
I think we've read like 1 or 2 of them.
Did you read mine?
A lot of them got deleted before we could read them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that is true. And there were a lot of those were purged.
Yep.
We didn't read the bootleg shirt reviews.
Yeah. That's all I got.
You can find us on, I don't know. Thanks for listening. I don't know what the fuck I normally say. I don't know, dog. Twitch. We on Twitch. Twitch.tv/tadpog_podcast. I'm on that motherfucker like 5 goddamn nights a week.
Yeah,
So
it's fucking impressive.
If you want to hang out, it's usually a fucking good time in there. It's like, I mean, it's crazy how many people just hang out.
I auto host.
It's fucking
you.
cool. Thank you. I auto host you.
Thanks.
You are you taking a break from streaming?
I have not been. I mentioned a specific incident earlier, and part of that was me not. I dropped off my stream for a little bit. I will be back. Mine's not nearly as entertaining as yours.
What is it? Where can we find you on Twitch?
Solo1973. Twitch.tv/Solo1973. I pretty much only ever play Overwatch. I have my Switch hooked up to my HDMI switcher, which goes out to the card, and I can stream Switch content. I can stream pretty much anything. My NES, I could do that too. I just play a lot of Overwatch, and I've been playing some of the PUBG Battlegrounds.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a hard game, and I suck at it, but it's fun.
That is a fun game to watch.
A good jump
too.
scare game.
It's
but
a fun game to watch.
I am trying to sort of get myself back in the right frame of mind for my stream. I felt like I was letting it go. I wasn't interacting. I don't get many viewers, and so I tend to forget that I'm streaming. And when I do get a few viewers, I may ignore, and I don't mean to. I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah, you're in the
because
game.
at any given point, you'll have 30 people watching you play or typing and keeping you engaged. And also, I'm playing Overwatch, which is
saturated.
Got to keep
on
your
Twitch.
Well, it is, and you got to keep your focus if you want to play well. And
Yeah.
so on and so
I play
forth.
like shit. Like anything I play, I play like shit because I will sacrifice anything pretty much for chat.
But I am going to resume my stream again eventually, and while I'm out, you can always find me auto hosting Dave. I auto host a few of our TADPOG listeners. Magical Sleeper, Jinx, I think I'm hosting her. JinxNet.
Ben Caruth he's been streaming a lot of PUBG.
Oh, and Catch Penny.
Catch Penny Gaming. And everyone that I'm forgetting who is furious at me right now, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I do plan on streaming some more. In the meantime, you're going to have more. Trust me, you're going to have more fun watching Dave. But if you ever want to get in, want me to stream, I'll do it. I'll be happy to do it. If I'm on, you want to watch, let's play, let's talk, let's have some fun. I want to be able to get on. What I want to do is find a way to play a game together, you and me, where I'm streaming my half and you're streaming your half, and
we can do that.
Talking together. I want to do something.
The thing I always run into is I want to watch you play, but it's when I stream.
Right. Well, and I know I play late, and I go and you're on, and I'm like, shit, I'm playing, and I go back. I try to go back and remember to watch some of the archives.
It's not as fun.
Whatever.
I'll be honest. I love it when people watch the VODs, but it's not as fun as being there talking in chat and stuff.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. But yeah, I'll have a link to your Twitch channel in the show notes so people can check it out.
Thank you.
And also,
it's called Lackluster Gaming, by the way. It's named Lackluster Gaming. My username is Solo1973. Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. We've got a Patreon.
You do. Some
very generous, lovely people donate to that. If you want to find that, you can find it at patreon.com/tadpog. I have talked about what we're going to do for a bonus episode this month, but we're probably going to keep it under wraps for now. I would like to thank Platinum member Brett Miller for recently upping his donation. Brett, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And then that is all I have, gentlemen, I believe. You can find us on Twitter at @tadpog_podcast. It's cucumbersome.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what if I wanted to mail you guys these 2 cans? How would I go about doing that?
Is that a Loaded Cart Gaming deep cut?
I don't know. I'm asking you, how people
send us
send
other
stuff
garbage
to
to
you?
throw away.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm trying to help you here, David.
Also,
I thought I went on a completely. I was gonna say all you gotta do is put a stamp on that, and put it in a mailbox. It'll get to
They'll
it.
just do it.
They'll just
they
do it.
just know where it goes.
please listen to Paul Cole
Yes.
humiliate himself on that episode, our episode of Loaded Cart Gaming.
I wouldn't say he humiliated himself.
He'll say he.
I needled the
think
fuck
it's
out of him
hilarious,
on that.
but he'll tell you he humiliated himself.
I couldn't resist on it. It was too good, Paul. I love you. But yeah, definitely check out Loaded Cart Gaming. Finally, Old Donkey Boy caught up on what Ian was trying to do. If you want to mail us something, you can do that. We have a P.O. box that I don't know the address of.
That's Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
But send good stuff, and don't just send stuff that's like hot for the sake of it being hot.
I don't know.
them
I'm
fun
cool with
stuff.
that. I'm great with that, actually.
Well, okay.
I'm both. I'm hot stuff and cool stuff.
I'm trying to get
it's like
you
Dairy
some,
Queen.
Trying to get you some swag.
Hot
or-
eats cool treats, dogs.
I'm trying to hook you up with some variety. Is all.
I got you.
You know.
It is a spice of life. If you'd like to send us a spice of life, you can do that.
The spice flows. Let's see. Our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. And for that track, you found the show notes at tadpog.com. How do you guys want to close this out?
With dead air.
Mr. Teeny?
Okay. So until next time.
That was good.
Check, check, check. 1, 2.
You're good.
Okay.
How do I look? It's hard to see.
The red line.
So good.
Thank you.